We always love to hang out with JK Simmons, who has quite the resume. My goodness, an Academy Award winner, supporting role with Whiplash, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. He's also been in The Accountant. He's been Spider-Man, we all know.
Goodness, and everything.
He's so many great movies. La La Land, oh my goodness.
Yes.
For the love
It's been
of
everywhere.
So the call-up. We're calling up JK Simmons. JK, good to see you. Thanks for doing this, man.
Thank you. My pleasure.
All right, full disclosure.
Appreciate
When he walked in, we had the Tiger game live behind home plate, and he was watching it on his phone and wanted to get Tommy Kahnle through that 8th inning.
Which we did.
Yeah. With your help too, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
All right, so you cool talking about the first place Tigers? You're pretty dialed in on the team, right?
I'd rather talk about something else, really.
No.
Yes, please. Let's do that.
He is a die-hard Tiger fan.
I love it.
I mean, amazing.
So you want to jump into the highlight of the game?
Yeah, let's go to the highlight.
So the Tigers are trying to avoid a sweep,
JK.
but to the hands of the Houston Astros. This young man's making his debut. AJ Bluba, that's how you pronounce it. And he looked good early. He's got a big arm. Family and friends were in the stands. Bottom one, Astros trying to score their first run of the ball game.
Leadoff hitter, Jeremy Pena, after making the adjustment, jumped on one. He bloomed that ball.
Now, you know the Cardinals are the only team that scored fewer first inning runs than the Astros. So it was about time they made that move.
Did not know that.
You didn't know that? All right. Again.
Now the real highlights come.
Who's this, JK?
That's Keith, right?
Yeah, Colt Keith.
Yeah, you love this guy, huh?
Yeah. Well, and when you sign a guy for 6 years before he's played a game in the bigs, you know.
Wow, you are dialed in.
Oh, yeah. This play right here broke the game open. We talked about this earlier, but that play right there, I thought Pena should have just went to first. It opened it up because it was a 2-1 game, and here come the Tigers.
And you got a rookie on the mound.
Yeah.
Oh, my. All right, so where do you stand on Javi Baez?
Have you been?
Well, listen, the chase rate is way down. I mean, he's actually made some adjustments at the plate. I mean, I love the guy. Everybody in the clubhouse loves the guy. He's obviously been chasing too much for the last few years.
I'll tell you what, him playing center field.
What a hell of a night.
Playing a nice center field.
JK, you can just take over.
JK knows, man.
For one team out of 30, I'm good.
No, we'll see what you got to say later.
The Astros are getting back in it right there. Altuve with the big double that closed the gap a little bit.
Tarantini unloads the Crawford boxes that barely gets out.
340-foot home run.
Isn't that amazing? We go bottom 9. Tommy Kahnle, a lot of work in this game.
This is when JK was dialed in. He was like, leave me alone. I got to watch this.
Can you believe he throws so many changeups?
Yeah, how does a guy get everybody out throwing nothing but changeups?
It's
It's not a changeup
We've been saying
from
that for 2
anything
years.
else. Yeah, it's obviously
7-4.
working.
The Tigers get the win. They are 7 games over 500 now and in first place in the AL Central. And thanks to Javi Baez, Tigers fans are happy for Grand Slams presented by Dairy Queen. All right, JK, let's talk about Javi Baez. I've always said that a team cannot survive if your highest paid player is one of your 5 worst on your roster. And last year, that was the case.
Yeah.
Statistically, he was.
Yeah.
Did you ever imagine that he would be producing like this in 2025?
You always hope, you know, and for a veteran like him to be willing to actually make some adjustments, you know, and Torkelson also a young player, but he's made some big adjustments in the offseason. To see him cut down the chase rate, and he's just making contact. And now finally, because we're playing in a bandbox, you know, he finally gets his first home run. But he's been driving the ball. He's been hitting the ball hard and coming up big in clutch situations and playing a really nice center field.
I was about to say, Harold likes him in center. Do you like him in center field?
I do, and AJ said the only criticism he had about Javi in center field, and you were talking about Altuve earlier playing left, he takes too long to get in to the dugout at the end of the half inning. Come on, get in here.
That's right.
You might have to bat.
You got to run in.
Yeah.
You know, it was interesting when you were watching the Tigers come together. Last year, they really started turning that tide, right? You've been suffering through this last little stretch.
And they started turning 7-8 year stretch.
Yeah. They started turning the tide. Coming into spring training, were you thinking they had a chance to win the division this year?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I mean, after that August and September, and then eliminating these guys in the playoffs, and optimism is always high in the spring, right? But I think it was justifiably high this year.
You've seen some great Tigers pitching. What's your impression of Tarek Skubal?
It's unbelievable. And like maybe 3 years ago, it was like Mize, Manning, and we also got this left-hander Skubal who, you know, might be good. And then, you know, fast forward here, a unanimous Cy Young. I mean, the guy is unbelievable. And even the first 2 games of the year, which he took losses, he didn't pitch badly. You know, he gives up 1 3-run home run in L.A. and boom, and then.
What are we even doing here?
Wonderful. Hey, so you're here because later you're gonna give us your DP top 25,
right,
which Dan Plesac ranks the top 25 starting pitchers in baseball as they stand right now.
Right. So Skubal and then who?
So just wait.
He saw my notes.
If you go back to April 1st, he had Tarek Skubal number 3 behind Wheeler and DeGrom.
Because of the slow start. The schedule, it came out early in those couple of games in March.
You don't have to get defensive.
Okay.
Well, I am.
This comes out tomorrow, JK. I misspoke. It comes out tomorrow.
You'll be happy.
Do you think he should be the #1 starter in all of baseball?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, even like I said, even those first 2 losses he took, he gave up basically, 2 long balls that killed him. He's, I mean, a little biased, but I think he's.
So let me ask you a tough question. Justin Verlander someday is going in the Hall of Fame. Is he going as a Tiger?
I mean, it's been a long time. It's been a long time since he left Michigan. Obviously had great success there, had great success in Houston. JV, come on. We're the old English tea, please.
You threw out the first pitch on opening day of 2015. Were you nervous?
So nervous. I mean, like terrifying, like trying not to visibly shake because I know I'm on the big screen. But I threw from the rubber, and I'm saying I threw a strike.
You threw from the rubber?
Yeah,
of
he
course
was all
I
the
did.
way back.
I'm a man.
I watched
no
it.
Offense. No toxic masculinity here. I just threw from the rubber, did not bounce it, and a little bit of a frame job, but I'm calling it a strike.
Isn't it amazing when you get out there on the mound how small that catcher looks?
Oh my God!
It doesn't look that small. You watch a game on TV in our stands, all of a sudden you get on that mound, you're like, not only does it look far away, but he looks like he's about that big, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Dan always says it's through the glove, not to the glove.
Yes.
That's what he would
and
always
aim
tell
a little
himself.
higher.
What were you telling yourself when you were on the mound? Was there any mechanical thing you were trying to remind yourself?
Just don't do a 50 cent.
Yeah.
Don't bounce it.
I have this question for you, JK. Who's a better Tigers manager? JK Simmons or AJ Hinch? Because I've seen you in the role before.
Yeah.
Lovely game was great.
I managed a perfect game, which obviously was all about the manager. So I'm going to say I'm a very slightly better. We're so blessed to have AJ.
I was about
and that
to
whole
ask.
coaching staff has been so. And you hear the Tigers players now talk about AJ and the whole staff more than I've ever heard players talk about their coaches and how valuable they are.
Did you ever get a chance to meet Sparky Anderson?
I did, yes. Well after his Tigers days, yeah. But I got to meet him
And Jim Leyland, obviously.
Leyland, that was another scary experience. That was more intimidating than meeting, Brad Pitt or
Really?
Yeah, I was so. Well, I mean, I basically grew the mustache for that movie. And this is way before Leland was with the Tigers, because even when he was with the Pirates, I just loved the guy, and I knew he had the Michigan background. So Frank Perry is largely based on Leland.
So doing a sports movie, how difficult is that? Because you want to try to make it look authentic. How difficult?
I mean, in a way, it's, every 9-year-old's dream come true, and we're still all that, at least I am, still that 9-year-old on the inside. A baseball movie, a cowboy movie, Yeah, it was an absolute treat. And we had so many guys, a good friend of mine still to this day, Jim Colborn, ex-big league pitcher and pitching coach. He was an extra on that movie. He's sitting next to me, and I'm going, do I know you? We strike up a conversation. We were surrounded by baseball knowledge. Sam Raimi, Michigan's Sam Raimi, directing, really gave everybody a lot of leeway to bring our own
really
baseball.
good movie.
Oh, terrific. No doubt.
Love the game again.
We want you to be more than an extra in our next segment. Would you sit on the set with us and do some live look-ins of other games?
Can I keep the hat on?
Yeah,
absolutely.
absolutely.
Yeah, man.